Namaste, beautiful yogis. Welcome to a fluid yoga class. We're gonna flow intuitively and we are going to listen to our bodies and move in ways that the body guides us to move. So, come to the front end of your mat. Spread the toes wide open, roll the shoulders back and allow them to drop down. Open the palms of your hands forward and begin to deepen the breath, extending the tailbone slightly down and lifting through the crown of the head. Deepening the breath and guiding the awareness, the attention towards the third eye. Inhale and reach over the head. Exhale the hands over the third eye, over the lips, over the heart. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, third eye, lips, and heart. Inhale, lift over the head. And exhale, dive down to the floor. And just stay here either with your legs straight or the knees bent. And feel as if your body is becoming unhinged, so to speak. Completely letting go of your upper body, as if you have no interest in controlling your upper body, allowing it to do its thing. For once, not being in control of each and every little muscle in your body. We tend to hold on so dearly to the way we are, to the way we hold ourselves. Whether it's serving us or not, we hold on to it. So allow yourself, teach your mind through teaching your body. Allow yourself to just be completely mushy here. Mushy like Sofie's face. Oh yes. Great, and inhale. Look ahead of you. Hands flat on the floor. Step it back. Plank. Side plank. And reach over the head. Now you can be on your tippy toes and sit back. And reach over the head. Why? Because it feels good. And come back into plank and side plank. Bend the knees and sit tippy toes and reach over the head and back down. Take the right leg up and step the right foot across from your body, side plank here, and over the head, and lower down, plank, and over to the opposite side, side plank, and over the head, and lower down. And take the right leg up and bring it across from your body forward and reach side plank and lower down, changing sides, left leg across and reach and step it back. Last one, take the right leg across from your body and try to bring it across as far out as you can, so that you're opening the legs here and reach. And now maybe even go a little back and see how good that feels everywhere in your body. Woo, especially if you've been sitting. And now hold on to this step of the pose. Just bringing the hands back down, but the leg remains where it was. And you feel this across your IT band and hip. Oh, so good. And step it back. Take the other leg out and step it all the way across. And open and lift and hold this. Spread your legs as wide open here and your arms as wide open as you can. It's a really important quality to learn to be expansive. To really be expansive. If you observe people, you see that some people lose the capacity to just take big steps or to be expansive. And step it back. And here we're gonna bring the knees on the ground. Take the right hand underneath your left shoulder and bring it across. Lower the shoulder down and again let go of patterns of holding your body. Letting go of how you hold yourself. And just soften into the floor. Inhale, coming back up, and exhale over to the opposite side. And slowly coming back up. Spread the fingers wide open, tuck the toes under, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Open the hip. Lift the knee. Drop it behind you and open. Wild thing. Open the chest. And slowly back. And one more time, bring that right foot across from your body and aim to level the foot with your hands or even past the hands, in front of your hands. Alright, so now the legs are wide open. Open and lift and reach and lower the hands on the floor and now face with your chest down so that you can get into that hip. And back. And let's take the left leg up and open the hip and lift the knee and drop it behind and lift. Press the hips high. And come back down into one-legged downward dog. Look ahead of you and bring that leg somewhere in line with your hands. Right now the legs are open. Open the arms. Reach. And now bring the hands down and face down. Have your chest and hips face the floor, but the leg remains there and we're stretching this entire side, the hip. the IT band. That is a hard to reach stretch, so it's a very valuable stretch. Great. And back. And let's inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands and come up. Warrior or high lunge. Let's clasp the hands and reach over to the right. Let's open the arms out and twist over to the right. Drop the right hand down the left leg and reach. Lengthen, open. Inhale, looking forward. Lower down and grab your right ankle. Now we're gonna balance here, and it might be your good day to balance or not so good day to balance. So take a step forward and just find a place where it is challenging for you and stay there. Challenge your balance. Great, and step it back in high lunge. Reach over your head. Hands over the heart. And twist. And look over the right shoulder. And feel this twist moving through your body. From the spine into the soft tissue. Feel the cells invigorating. Yoga can invigorate every part of your body. It can invigorate you on cellular level. And coming back up, reach over the head. And exhale the hands in front of your foot on the floor and flip your leg up, standing half splits. And come up to standing. Bring your knee into your chest. And here, draw a few circles with your knee. Bringing that movement into the hip. Change. Change. Great. Right hand to the left knee or right hand to the left foot or big toe. Foot is ultimately the most difficult because you will try to straighten your leg and look behind you. Now, a little tip of how I straighten my leg is press the leg back and the femur, the hip bone back into its socket. We're not extending the leg in front of us, which can happen. Sometimes we do that. So remind yourself to press it back. Great. And wrap that leg around the standing right leg. Left arm forward, right arm up, cross, and reach. Wrap the hands around each other and reach up, stretching the back of the shoulder. Great shoulder stretch. Oh, and it feels so good. Great. Coming out of this, stay onto your right leg and step back into warrior triangle alignment. Reach way ahead of you. Press the hips back and lower down, triangle pose, lengthening the sides of the torso. Think again, expansion. You're trying to take up as much space as you can, allowing your aura to expand. It is funny because one time I spent a long time in the mountains, and they say that when you spend a long time in the mountains, especially in really high mountains where there is very few people, your aura expands. And when you go back into the city, it takes a couple of days and it collapses back in because
you don't want your aura to constantly be interlacing with everybody else's. So the feeling of expansion is something that we have to relearn. And reach over the head. Oh, so very awesome, great. And lower both hands on the floor. And take low lunge here. Let's stretch the hip flexor. Stretching that hip flexor. Yay, little one. Yeah, good. Soft, velvety soft, and lifting back up, and here actually keep the knee bent and flex your foot and press the hips back and pull the toes back in towards you. So here it's very important to pull the toes back in towards you. So a good technique to apply is bring your elbows on the floor and grab your foot. Now if that is way too stretchy for you, you're just gonna use one hand and lower down here. That way you're really getting the calves. Alright, lifting back up and back into one-legged down dog, down dog. Inhale, left leg comes up, step it through and come up, high lunge. Press the back heel away from you. Feel the strength of this pose. It's a strong pose. Clasping the hands and reaching gently over to your left. This feels just divine. And coming back to center. Open the arms out and twist to your left, and now drop the left arm down the right leg and reach here and really lengthen. And inhale, coming back up and lower the arms over the heart and twist and look over your shoulder. Now it is good to understand military type of yoga, meaning discipline and constancy, being persistent. But it's also good to understand the joy and beauty and fun of yoga, which is its in quality. One time I was in a yoga class and the teacher said, "Oh, this is so juicy." I will have to close the window. Alright, we have gardeners. So the teacher said, "This is so juicy," and I thought, silly her, how can she talk in such a fruity way? Alright, coming back up. Inhale, reach over the head. And now, aiming for that ankle, grab your left ankle and shift your focus. And lift. One-legged, standing half split. And here I lost it on this side, but it's ambition. Ambition to get it there. And lower the leg back down and come up. And now, bringing the hands on the floor in front of us, standing half splits. Coming up to standing, bring the knee into the chest. Draw a few circles with that knee. Changing. And now grab your knee or your foot, straighten the leg, and open, twist. And now coming back up, let the foot go and wrap it around. Sit back, right hand forward, left hand up. Wrap them around each other and lift and soften the shoulders. And you can experiment moving the elbows in and moving them up. It's a really different stretch, and moving them over to one side towards the right and releasing, and take triangle alignment. Spread the toes open, press the hips back, reach way ahead of you, and lower down, and open and lengthen. And reach way ahead of you. And lower the hands down. Stretch it out. And sit back, pull the toes back in. Inhale, coming back up, bend the left knee. Come on to the outer edges of your feet and reach up here, stretching the hip. And reach over the head. And walk over to the opposite side, back of the room, outer edges of the feet, and reach up. And come to the front of your mat and bend the left knee one more time, lower down. And come back up, outer edges of the feet, lift and reach, circle that arm. And changing, walking over to the opposite side, lower down. And lift back up and stretch and reach. And walking to the front of the mat. Take your back foot forward and come into a forward bend, but keep your legs a little wider than hip width apart, just to keep it interesting and changing and stretching different parts. Sorry about the gardeners. Now looking over to the right and over to the left. And now allow your head, imagine your head is a pendulum. And it is just moving with gravity and with its own weight, without you trying to control the movement. Great. Grab the big toes. Come into a squat, sit back and roll back into plow. And roll back down onto your back, left leg on the floor, right leg towards you. And now we're going to reach in front of us. And let's bring the right leg somewhere directed up, and we'll be just touching the toes 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And stretch it out one more time. And change sides. And lift the legs so the toes are somewhere up. And reach up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And another thing you can do with abs is have one hand behind. There are people that the neck cannot take that many crunches, so you can support your head. And lower both legs. And back into plow. And slowly begin to lower back down. Come into a seated. Hands on the floor, squat. Yogic squat. And you can wrap your right hand around your right knee and look over your left shoulder. See if you can clasp the hands behind you. And change sides. And coming back to center. Prayer. Allow your elbows to press your knees out so that we're getting a good stretch in the hips and growing inner thighs, adductors area, lower back. Yoga allows you to be into your body, to be in your body, and it empowers you in that way. It puts the power back in you. Great. Hands on the floor, straighten the legs and come into a forward bend one more time. Inhale, come up to standing, reach over the head. Exhale, step back in high lunge and come back forward and step back in high lunge with the opposite leg. So we're gonna do 20 of those. Feel free to have your hands on your hips if that feels a little more comfortable. If you can maintain balance with your hands overhead, do that. This just adds a little bit to the challenge. And let's begin. We'll start with the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, and breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming back forward, exhale, forward bend. And again, allow your body to hang as if you're coming undone. And let's grab the big toes, come into a seated and roll back into plow. And coming out of plow, feet on the ground, come into a squat, yogic squat. Hands on the floor, forward bend. Inhale, come up. Reach, hands over the heart and step into warrior two. Open the arms out. And let's turn the right hand up and reach over the head. And coming back up to standing, pivoting on the heels. Warrior two towards the back of the room. Turn the left arm up and reach up and over the head. And coming back. And let's face the side of the room, side wall. And spread the toes open. And step into the outer and inner edges of your feet. Prepare for a wide-legged forward bend. And lower down here. Inhale, halfway up. Left hand on the floor, right arm up. And change. Lower both hands on the floor. Bend the right knee and sit back. Now bend the left and sit back. You can, when you bend your left, you can press that opposite hip back. It's a nice hip adjustment, especially if you have certain hip conditions. Keep the back straight, and again. And one more time. And we will bring the feet a little closer. And step onto your right foot, take the left out, side lunge, and come back to standing. Second time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And step over to the opposite side. 1, stepping the right foot out. You can move your arms here with circular movements just to get blood circulation going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have you had a PA teacher that counts every number a couple of times? 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And face the front of your mat. Lower the hands on the floor. Plank. And we're going to take right foot out, left foot out, across from the body. So again, right towards the left hand, left towards the right hand. And we'll do that. Let's do this 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale. Now exhale back into downward facing dog, but keep the top of your toes on the ground, either one foot or both, just to stretch the feet a little bit. And back into downward dog. Press the hips as high as you can. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. Come up. High lunge. Exhale the hands down on the floor. And kick the leg up 3 times. And step back in downward facing dog. Take the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. Come up, high lunge. Exhale, both hands on the floor. And kick the left leg up. Spread the hands wide open. And kick. 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 And downward dog, take the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. Come up, high lunge. Hands in prayer, twist. Coming back up into high lunge. Exhale the hands on the floor and step your feet a little closer into you than downward dog, and we'll kick the legs, the knees into the chest in a handstand 3 times. So spread the hands wide open, sit back Press the hips away from you and take a little hop and lower down. Take a little hop, lower down. Take a little hop, catch it, lower down. Downward dog. Left leg comes up. Step the left foot between the hands. High lunge. Hands over the heart. Twist. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, both hands on the floor. Step your feet back. And spread the fingers wide open. Press the tailbone as high as you can. And take a tiny little hop or a big hop. And lower down. And lower down. And one last one. Just to get the cardiovascular system going. Inhale the right leg up. We're building HIIT from within. Inhale, come up. High lunge. And let's come into a standing and bring the left knee to your right hand and back into high lunge. And again, and back into a nice, really nice high lunge. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold. And now grab your left foot with your left hand and bring the foot in towards you to stretch the front of your leg. See if you can grab your foot with your right hand, left foot, right hand, and lower down into a forward bend. And standing half splits. Kick it up 3 times. The left leg comes up. 1, 2. Spread the fingers open and cup your mat. And step it back in downward dog. And take the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. And come up, high lunge. Hands over the heart, twist. Inhale, coming back up. And bring the knee into your left arm 1 time. Back to high lunge, 2nd. High lunge, 3rd. High lunge, 4th. High lunge, and 5. And now, see if you can grab the foot with your right hand and extend the knee down. Changing hands, left hand, right foot. And see if you can fold forward. And bring the hands down on the floor. Standing half splits. And we're gonna take a few 3 hops only. 1, 2, and back to downward dog. And let's take the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands, pivot on your heels to face the side of the room so your feet are parallel to each other. Bend the right knee and stretch the left foot, so straightening the left leg and flexing the foot. Great, and changing sides. And changing to the front, walking to the front of the room. Low lunge. Step it back. Left foot comes forward. Hold here for a breath. Step it back. Right foot. Step it back. Left foot. Sofie always lives risking her life. Right foot, left. She loves danger. Right and left. And step it back. And press back into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands and come up, high lunge. And bring the feet parallel to each other, bend here and stretch. Yeah, puppy, yes. Yes, little puppy, yes. Yes, oh yes. And changing sides. And now sitting on Sofie's head is not that a good idea, huh? Yeah, little tummy, oh yeah, little tummy, oh yes. Yes. Yes, oh she wants rabbit. And going back to the front of the, oh, this is not going to work. To the room, step it back into downward facing dog. And now we're gonna take 3 small hops. 1, 2, to the front. 3, coming to a front forward bend. And then 3 back. We're just building heat here, so do as much as you can. 3 into downward facing dog. And again, 1, 2, and 3. And now 3 back. 2 and 3. Woo. Great. Bring the left hand in the center of your mat, right hand across and look under left shoulder. And change sides. And back to downward dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands. High lunge, warrior 2. Side angle, reach way ahead of you and lower the right hand by the right foot. And reach. Reaching over the head. And see if you can clasp and look up. Inhale, coming back up to warrior 2. Take plie, open the left foot and hold plie. So you should feel a good burn here on the right side. And facing forward. And one more time, twist. I'm just really wanting to introduce or to make this class all about twisting and moving fluidly. Great. Exhale the hands down on the floor. Step it back into plank and lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And back to chaturanga. Exhale in downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between your hands and come up. High lunge. Hands over the heart, warrior 2. Sink deeper. Reach way ahead of you and lower down in side angle. Reach over the head and really lengthen. And lift back up and see if you can clasp under and look up. Inhale, coming back up, plie. And let's look over one shoulder and over the other. And back, forward. And let's twist. And coming back up, this time step your back foot in into low chair. Hands in prayer, twist over to one side, left. Back to center, right. Back to center, grab your big toes. Sit down and lift into both pose. So extending the legs in front of you. And let's continue with the twists. Bend your left knee on the floor, right foot on the floor, lift the right hand, twist here. Maybe clasp. Sofie, you're being naughty. And changing sides. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Oh, you're so weird. And twist. I think Sofie's defining the class today, and it's going to be a medium length class. I think it feels pretty light and nice, and there is perfection in keeping things short. Great. From here, feet together. Okay, you sit. You sit. Good girl. Now lay. And stay there. So soles of the feet together, bending forward. Inhale, coming back up. And from here, you are going to keep the right leg bent and take the left leg behind you, and now straighten the legs. And so you're on the outer edges of both legs. This time, keep the left hand on the floor and open the right arm up. And coming out of this, changing sides, outer edges of the feet, and you find the place that you feel is challenging you. Right hand on the floor. So basically, left leg is forward, outer edges of the feet, straightening the legs and twisting. You should feel this in multiple places. Hips, obliques, and coming back. And now you can walk in place here, and sitting back and walking. And lower the knees on the ground. Extended puppy pose. Walk your hands to the front and lower the chest down on the ground, back bend. Inhale, coming back up. Bring your legs in front of you, come into a seated, and we will lower halfway down. Keep the back straight and lift and come back down. So total control. I want total control in your core, and the lower back is extended or with the natural curve, and lift and lower down, lift and lower down, lift, lower down, lift, keep the belly pressing back. And now lift towards your right and lower down, lift, lower down, lift, lower down, 3 over to the opposite. And lower back down, lift the legs up, and we'll flex the feet and press the feet up. 1, 2, peeling the tailbone off the floor. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And going back into plow. I want to finish this class with plow, with a bit of a longer plow to rebalance our thyroid gland. And slowly lower down and bring the feet down on the floor. Bridge pose. Another thyroid balancing pose. And slowly lower down, soles of the feet together, palms of the hands up, and relax here. Allow yourself to not be interested in petty, small, or even bigger things that might be going on in your life right now. Allow yourself to just become part of the grand, the big picture. Allow yourself to feel almost etheric, air-like quality, almost non-physical for a few moments. This way, allowing yourself to feel freedom and ease. Namaste. Come out of this, you slowly begin to bring movement back into your fingers. You bring your hands on the outside of your legs so that you can bring your legs together gently. Once your knees are together, just roll onto one side, whichever side you choose. And now roll back on the other side, the side that you didn't choose. And back to center and hug your knees into your chest and draw a few circles with your eyes, keeping them closed. And now let's bring the hands underneath the knees and begin to roll. Coming all the way up to seated, rocking back and forth, rocking yourself into a seated, easy pose. Coming to a seated, and let's bring the hands over the head and over the third eye and over the heart. Just turn your gaze and attention now back towards your body, your physical body, and bring that feeling of lightness, ephemeral feeling, ethereal feeling, airy feeling into your body, as if you're so light and so free, and there is so much freedom and lightness and ease and fluidity into your body, in your body, and carry that into your day, that lightness. Carry that into your heart, into your emotions. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. And Sophie barely made it through this. Oh, this was so painful for little Sophie. It is her meal time. How dare we do yoga during puppy meal time? Yeah, I know. Someone's hungry. Or someone wants a walk. Someone wants to eat. Yeah, Sophie, I know. I haven't forgotten about you. How could I? Yeah. I know. You're
so weird, Sophie. I will remember not to do yoga during her walking, not to do yoga during her walking time ever again, because boss lady doesn't like that. Oh, but I so needed this. Yes. This was a very unexpected. I didn't think I'm going to be doing any yoga today. I didn't think I will be shooting. This was just something in the unexpected, and that's why we did it during Sophie's time, because it was just something that had to be done. Yes. We had to do yoga, Sophie. We had to do yoga. Yes, baby. We need yoga.